All right, so you bought your Tesla and you played it safe and you got the black interior just like we did. Now there's nothing wrong with the black interior and I think it looks pretty nice generally, but there's many times where I regret not getting the white interior. In fact, we just recently ordered a new Model Y and I'm so excited to finally be getting the white interior. Now I had heard about Taptes interior kit for the Model 3 and I had seen really good reviews. So they offer these seat covers in a number of colors, but what they also offer is a white interior. What's really nice about this particular kit is it is a pretty close replica of what comes from Tesla, both in color but also in style. So it doesn't look like just a one-off made cover for these seats. It's very much just like the factory made seats. There is one exception though. There are ventilated holes in these seats, and although these seats are not cooled or anything, that does help with airflow to some degree. One thing to keep in mind with any seat covers of any kind, when you do put seat covers in, you're covering areas that have airbags in them. So when you do look for seat covers, you want to make sure you find some that are designed with that in mind. So the threading in that area needs to allow for an airbag to come through and expand to keep you safe. And although these are designed with those airbags in mind, there's always risk associated with putting covers over seats. So make your own decision and think about that clearly before you decide to go forward with this. Now, that said, the grin on my face is because I have white interior in this car. Now, unfortunately, it took quite a while to get these. A lot of that was due to production delays due to the pandemic, but also until there was a made in China Model Y, there was not a template for the back seats. So these front seats are actually the same covers that they've had for the Model 3 for quite some time. So with that, we already have a good understanding of what the quality is like from other people. So I felt pretty comfortable with this. They do not have a kit for a 7-passenger yet, but that is being worked on in the future. So with that said, this is a NAPA styled vegan leather, and it is going to look and feel a lot like the Tesla leather that you get in your car. This white is really nice, and again, the styling is to match as close as possible to the existing seat covers in these cars. One of the things you will notice is from a distance, you cannot tell that these are aftermarket seat covers. As you get closer, you can start to feel and really see how nice these seat covers are made. Now, that said, they are not perfect, and you're not going to be able to get a perfect set unless you remove the existing seat covers and have them custom made and put over. But with all that said, I think that these look amazing. They're fantastic. It's a great quality. I had no issues installing. As a matter of fact, I wasn't sure how long it was going to take. So this ended up taking about 1 hour to install all seats. It does include the seats, the headrest, and then the center console. The center console I'm not crazy about, and I'll show you why here in a clip. Although this cover does help to complete the look all the way across the car as you would in the white Model Y, this cover just doesn't look as great. The seats look fantastic, so there's a high bar set with the rest of the interior. For installation though, this could not have been easier. Long gone are the days of hog clips and zip ties and things like that. Actually, the straps that they use are hooked up to these plastic round discs, and those slide through the cracks and then flip 90 degrees. That holds it in place and it allows tension. In addition, there's also elastic straps that go under and around that clip together, and this allows you to tighten them and hold them in place really well. The back seat on the bottom was probably the hardest because it's not just lifting the seat out, which was pretty easy. It's once you get this cover on, the seat belts do not sit up on their own. So you kind of have to finagle it a little bit to get those seat belt receivers back in place to push this down. Now again, with all of that, I now have a white interior in the car just in time to sell the car. So with that said, we're not going to keep this in the car. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to be giving this set away to somebody absolutely free. Of course, you have to be a subscriber to the channel to be eligible, but I'm going to be giving this to somebody and I'm really excited to do so. We've had these seat covers in here for 1 day and we have not driven it too much. So these seat covers will be going to somebody who follows this channel absolutely free, and I'm really excited to share that with you. Of course, everybody else, go to the Taptes website and order a set. You can get this in white and black and brown. You can get it in red, which is a pretty popular color as well. but definitely go with the NAPA finish. The other finish is a little bit cheaper, but it's not as nice as this NAPA leather is. I really do like this particular leather set. So one of the other things to think about is by having these seat covers, you're actually protecting your regular seats in the car just a little bit. By having these on here, if you do have a spill and you don't have your seats protected, this could help absorb some of that over time. So down the road, you can remove these and then you'll have a fresh set of seats underneath that haven't really come in contact with a lot of materials. So I absolutely love these. Like I said, I've been trying to get my hands on these for so long, over 6 months at this point. And just due to unfortunate circumstances, we just couldn't get it sooner. But with all that said, I have them now. Unfortunately, won't get to really enjoy them, but that does mean one of you will get to enjoy them. So anyways, I'm so excited to share this with you and let you know about this product and how easy it is to install. When you do get this installed, I still recommend putting a protective coat on this, which we will be doing in our next car. So there will be videos on that, on how to protect your interior of your Tesla. I would do the same thing on these seats just to keep them protected from any wash off from jeans or any other stains. So looking at this completely installed, you can see this does look really nice. I personally think this looks fantastic and certainly exceeded my expectations, considering these are just seat covers. When you look in certain areas, that's where you'll start to notice that these are seat covers. So from the very back, you can see how this attaches to the seat back. That's where you're gonna notice that these are seat covers. In addition, by the headrest, those are a little bit more noticeable as well. But the seats themselves, the bottom and top, they don't really look too bad. You will have a little bit of work to do on the center seat in the back for folding and putting it back in place. Because this leather is thick and a really nice material, it does close that clearance that you had just a little bit. So you will be messing with that when you open and close, but it's not a really big deal. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I cannot tell you how excited I was to finally get these, and unfortunately it's just in time to sell the car, so we won't really get to enjoy them that much, but it completely transformed the look of this car just by changing out these seat covers. There are cheaper ones out there, but cheap comes with a less nice finish as well. So anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, give it the thumbs up. If you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel as we continue to post content regularly. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram @BeardedTesla. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.